Hi guys! So I wanted to send you another message video to follow up from the previous video. So as you now know, I am gay and I'm proud of who I am and I always will be. And it makes me happy to know that I am happy with myself. Welcome to yet another video. I hope the last one didn't cause you too much aggro or pain or hurt. Anyway, this is a bit more a happy video because I can tell you a bit more about my life. So after I left secondary school, I went to college and I started my level 2, and I didn't have to be anything other than myself, and everybody accepted me, everybody loved me. I was pretty much the know-it-all, the class clown, just everything in one. I did the whole proper being completely and utterly gay with the whole makeup and the clothes and everything for like about a year, and then I gave it up because I just knew it wasn't really me. So I gave it up and I stopped, and that was the first time I actually had a boyfriend in that year, and we dated for a while. Dated for about 2 years. Unfortunately, obviously, it didn't work out, so there we are. I don't really want to talk about exes on these videos because obviously they were all lovely people when I was with them, and now they're all just strangers with memories. And I'm over all of them, so I can move on happy, exciting. So, you're probably asking yourself quite a lot of questions, like about my childhood right now. So that's where we'll go with our next story. As you know, I had pretty much a happy childhood. I had pretty much everything you could want as a child, a loving family, things to do, etc., etc. My real dad side of the family, they're lovely. I love them all, apart from my dad, because he changed when I was growing up and he never really supported me. He was there for me if I ever needed him, but he just never bothered with me, to be honest. Yes, I got Christmas cards, I got birthday cards, but it all just stopped over the last couple of years, and I don't know, he just doesn't seem to be bothered with me and my life, so I cut him out, and I feel okay about it, to be honest. I don't miss him at all. As far as I'm concerned, he's nothing to me anymore. I have my stepdad Alan, who is an amazing man. He's brought me up as his own ever since I was 5. He's always been there for me if I need him. It wasn't until a couple of years ago that, well, actually when I was about 20, that I realised it, because we had, as you know, as you do, fathers and sons always have an argument and they fall out for a little while and then they hate each other, etc., etc. But deep down they love each other and they always find their way back to that father-son bond, which is what me and my stepdad have. We used to go to football, we used to go car racing, we used to go camping, we've done so many things together. I must admit, we've never been fishing, but then I don't think fishing's my thing, so that's probably why. We've been hiking together. It's nice to actually have a father figure in my life that I can call my dad. And he's always been there for me, always. And I love him for it, I do. And best dad I could ever ask for. So yes, anything else about my childhood? I was an air cadet for about a year. I gave it up because I didn't enjoy it. College was amazing. College, I dropped out of my 3rd year, but that's only because I couldn't actually cope with the amount of work they were piling on and the pressure to get all the deadlines and things done. It was pretty stressful. We had to try and get to 3 years worth of work done in a year. So I found it very difficult to cope with all the stress and everything. At the time I didn't know why, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in another video. As you can see, I've got a few links to other videos here, which is nice. And yeah, I'm pretty much now my childhood. It hasn't changed my life. It hasn't shaped my life really. I know what I know because of my family, and I'm grateful for it more than anything. I know I've slightly gone off track in this video, and I apologise. So I was 14, and me and my parents, we had a massive argument, and I moved out, and I moved in with my then grandparents, and they helped raise me as much as they could. They're loving, they're kind, and unfortunately, I now only have my nan left. That links in with my next part of my topic. Is my granddad, really. So I apologise if this upsets anyone, and I'm pretty sure you guys can probably know what I'm going through. 5 years ago, sort of like near enough probably to the day, my grandfather had been on dialysis for his kidneys for a good 5 years. And it got to the point where he was going okay and then coming back worse than when he went. And having seen him out in and out of hospital and really ill, and everything, it was horrible. It was not a very nice time for my family at all. And we loved him, and you know, he carried on life as normal, and he was my granddad, and he always will be. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Sorry. So anyway, sorry. I'm gonna try not to cry. My granddad was a lovely man, and he knew a lot, and he had links with other family members of mine. Well, not family members, sorry, friends of mine. My friend Hannah, her nan used to work with my granddad when they had the King's Head. Well, not them, but their boss had the King's Head Centre in Malden, which was then a pub, and they both worked for the same person. And that's how me and Hannah really know each other quite well. We have that little connection, which is really nice. And unfortunately, Hannah's nan passed away last year, and that was really upsetting for both her and her family, and obviously me, because I had that little bit of a connection. My granddad decided that he was going to give up dialysis, and we all knew that it meant he wouldn't be around for long. So he gave it up in the January, and then in February I met my second serious relationship boyfriend, who helped me quite a lot to get through it. Unfortunately, I wasn't there really for my granddad and my nan at the time, because I couldn't be, because it hurt. It was so painful just to see him. Like, for the first couple of months he was okay, and like, he could still do everything, but then he started going downhill, and it got worse and worse. And then in March, the last couple of weeks of March were really tough on my family, because that's when he was bedbound, and they were sorting out bits and pieces to happen so he could live downstairs and not have to go upstairs. And it was very difficult, especially for my nan. And me, obviously, at the time, I was in and out of my nan's house and my boyfriend's house. And I wish I had spent a lot more time with my granddad, and told him that I loved him more and things. And obviously now it's too late and I can't say those things, which upsets me. So it got to April, and every year on the 3rd of April is my great-granddad's anniversary of his death. So obviously I was very upset about that particular day. And then the 4th of April, 2011, I was at my boyfriend's in the morning. I'd left his, and I went uptown, and I bumped into my mum, my brother and my sister, and they were all coming back from school and things. and we were walking around Iceland's in Malden, doing some shopping, and my mum got a phone call from my nan. And as soon as Mum answered the phone, I knew pretty much straight away that he'd gone. And all I can remember is just standing there, looking at Mum, being told that her father had passed away. And she just looked at me, and I looked at her, and I said, I've got to go. And I literally ran from Iceland all the way down to my dad's house. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And I got to my dad's house. My dad answered the door. And we both just stood there and just cried. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry. Oh. And my dad's friend was there, and she asked me if I wanted to go up and see my granddad. And I said yes. So I went upstairs. My heart was in my chest and in my throat. I just couldn't believe it. Walked into their bedroom, and he was just laying there on the bed. He was just so peaceful and so happy. I'm glad he wasn't in any pain. I told him I loved him. I went into my room. I just stayed there pretty much for the rest of the day and cried. Yeah, I called up my boyfriend at the time, and I asked him if I could go and see him because I couldn't stay in the house. So I left, and I stayed with my boyfriend because I couldn't bear to see them take my granddad out of the house. And I really wish I was there for that because I now do feel bad. I feel sorry for my dad. And literally, from the moment he died right up to the funeral, I spent pretty much every day just crying. The day the funeral came, and I was at the church, I walked in behind the rest of my family. We all walked in together, and it was horrible because all the attention was on our family, and for the wrong reasons. But I swallowed my pride, I swallowed back the tears, and I got up, and I did my granddad's eulogy because I wanted to, and I asked him before he died if I could, and he said yes. And I just wanted to make it perfect, just my own way of saying goodbye. So without a tear, I stood there and talked about the man we loved and still love to this day. I miss each and every day. This Christmas and New Year have been the worst for me because I miss him even more. I just miss seeing him smile and just sitting there talking to me about anything and everything. And it hurt so much not to see him. We were really close because he was pretty much another father figure to me and everything. He was always there when I needed him. He understood me and made me laugh, and just memories I will hold on to forever. I want to show you guys a picture that I have in a frame, when I can find it, of my granddad and me when I was younger. A lot younger, when I was a baby. My granddad, I don't know whether you could see, but it says Grandpa Davis, the 20th of the 9th, 1930, till the 4th of the 4th, 2011. It's got love and memories, and on the bottom it says love and missed each and every single day. And I'm sorry for crying. I'm sorry that I've slipped down with my video. Please bear with me because it's an emotional topic, and I'm very sorry. I was trying not to cry, but I do miss him every day. And I think what hurts the most is knowing that when you wake up for a minute, you forget. Then you remember even more. And yeah, it just hurts. And it hurts every day. There's a hole in my heart. There always will be. Until the day I die and meet him again. As I say, I'm sorry that you had to see me cry. It's not a free picture for anyone. And I hope that I haven't upset anyone. But, guys, if you're watching this and you miss someone, I feel your pain. One other thing I actually remember, I didn't actually break down completely about my granddad passing away until about a month after he'd died at his funeral. I remember I was sitting in a park and I looked at a tree and that was it. I lost it. I lost all control. I just broke down in the middle of a park. And I just sat there for hours and hours and hours just crying. Completely and utterly crying. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry it's a bit more of a long one than normal. I will try and keep my next one shorter. Thank you for watching. Take care, guys. I love you all.